Okay, seatbelts are fastened. Fuel shut-off valve is on. Cyclic and corrective friction is off. Motor brake is disengaged. Circuit breakers are all in. Carb heat is off. Mixture is full rich. Mixture are installed. Landing lights are off. Avionic switches are off. Clutch is disengaged. Altimeter is set. Fuel elevation. Governor switch is on. You just flew it, right?
Yeah. Or, you know, it's been 3 or 4 hours. 3 hours.
Oh, you didn't have somebody right before?
No, and I did ground with the guy right before you.
Oh, okay. Alright, so we'll give it 2.
Yeah.
Okay, rolling the detent. Verify closed. Battery, strobe switches on. Area's clear? Clear?
Clear out.
No Stearman, UAS operations through miles east, surface to 400 feet. Held 23000 Zulu. Advise contact you have formation India. Hayward confirmation India 1850 Zulu, wind 2206, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 16, viewpoint 4, altimeter 3008, visual approaching east, landing runways 28. No Stearman, UAS operations through miles east, surface to 400 feet. Held 23000 Zulu. Advise contact you have formation India. Hayward confirmation India 1850 Zulu, wind 2206, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 16, viewpoint 4, altimeter 3008, visual approaching east, landing runways 28. No Stearman, UAS operations through miles east, surface to 400 feet. Held 23000 Zulu. Advise contact you have formation India. Hayward confirmation India 1850 Zulu, wind 2206, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 16, viewpoint 4.
7 Delta X-ray, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff. Traffic in the upwind and south pattern.
Left, clear for takeoff, have traffic in the side 7 X-ray.
Alright. Okay.
And Cirrus 7 X-ray Echo, turn base now. Runway 28 left, clear for the upwind.
Turning base 28 left, 7 X-ray Echo.
Alright, mag check.
Hayward Tower, Bay 530 is a mile, final 28.
1000, 1000, good.
Bay 530, Hayward Tower, continue for runway 28 left.
Continue for runway 28 left, and for planning purposes, we're looking to do a touch and go and left crosswind departure vectors and column. Bay 530.
Bay 530, roger. Cirrus 7 Delta X-ray, contact NorCal departure.
Contact NorCal 7 X-ray.
Okay, verify a car repeat rise.
Cessna 18 Alpha, runway 28 right, clear for the option.
Alright.
Clear for the option, runway 28 right, Vuichard takeoff.
Alright, sprite clutch check. Okay, good split. Alright, so 21, 22.6, 23.5, 23.5. Alright. Doors. Okay. Friction's off. Governor's on.
047, truck to follow is, correction, Cessna 047, truck to follow the Sirius, 1 mile final. And you're inside of a Cessna on a 6 mile final. Runway 28 left, clear for the option.
Runway 28 left, clear for the option.
Alright, low worries.
Base flight 30, you're going to be number 3, following a Cessna on the left base for runway 28 left.
Instructor looking for traffic, base 30.
Okay, good. Alright, we have India.
Alright.
So just go in between those two guys, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't hit anybody.
Exactly. Don't, it's like operation. Don't
And Hayward Tower, 6 Golf, approaching 28 right at Echo, request release.
Number 65, Lima Golf, Hayward Tower, hold short, runway 28 right at Echo.
Hold short 28 right at Echo, 6 Golf. Hayward Tower, copy with them.
Helicopter Eagle 7, Hayward Tower.
270, Electric Bell, the Bell 3, Graham, info India.
Eagle 7, proceed inbound, cross overhead midfield, and make left traffic for taxiway to 03008.
Overhead midfield, left traffic, taxiway, Zulu.
07 X-ray Echo, contact ground 1 off.
A little bit slower.
Contact ground, 7 X-ray Echo.
Alright.
Somebody gonna get coming down Zulu right there.
Yeah. So we can give them a request for left traffic. And we might have to wait for him to go by or not. To spot Charlie.
Alright. Hayward Tower, helicopter 2900 Hotel at Meridian. Request left traffic to spot Charlie with India.
Helicopter 2900 Hotel, Hayward Tower, stand by for coordination.
Standing by 2900 Hotel.
Number 65 Lima Golf, runway 28 right at Echo, clear for takeoff. Make a right crossing departure below 1,500 until east of 3 crosses.
7 Golf, clear for release, 28 right at Echo, Wilco.
Eagle 7 traffic departing on a right crossing departure is a stop.
Eagle 7 looking for Charlie. 047, full stop.
Cessna 047, roger. Cessna 047, turn right at taxiway.
How's that position? You want to back up a little bit, or
Nah, you're good.
Contact ground 1 off.
are we good?
That will cross 28 right, ground point 4.
No, in fact, don't back up because you don't know what's behind you.
Oh, okay.
Things are moving around on the ramp.
Base flight 30, runway 28 left, clear for the option.
Clear left, clear for the option, base 30.
And base flight 30 on the go, make a left down, correction left crossing departure, at below 1,000 feet until reaching the shore.
Well, the sun's pretty close overhead of us. You can kind of see where our shadow is.
Reaching the shoreline, base 30.
Verify Lima Golf traffic, less than a mile ahead of you.
We'll cover
1,200.
a whole lot of ground.
Overhead midfield. 7 Golf traffic inside, we'll deconflict. Verify Lima Golf, contact open tower, see you later. 7 Golf, pushing good eye.
So yeah, they're gonna send that guy first.
810 Alpha, runway
That's all right.
28 right, clear for the option.
What's the expectation? Like, okay, there's some wind when you're doing check ride. I mean, they expect you to. I mean, they don't make any allowance. They want you to hold it solid.
No, you can move around. There's the standards listed for like hovering and forward flight and all that,
Yeah.
but they don't really like measure you based on that. They like measure specifically for the individual maneuvers, and then other than that, they just look to see that you're flying competently.
downwind. Request
Looks like they wouldn't have a problem with this. There's a little bit of wind you're moving around.
Eagle
That's
7,
fine.
taxiway Zulu, abeam Eagle, clear to land. Taxiway Zulu, clear to land.
And just confirm 28 Tango Alpha, clear to land 28 right. Cessna 8 Tango Alpha, runway 28 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 8 Tango Alpha.
Cirrus.
They're nice planes.
Yeah.
Hayward,
They're expensive.
305, approach
Yeah.
Cal State 2500, information India, request right color traffic.
Alright, now we're just waiting for Parks Department.
Skyhawk 73015.
Skyhawk 73015, Hayward Tower, enter right base for runway 28 left, report Cal State.
Report Cal State, request 28 right, please, 015.
Cessna 015, runway, enter right base for runway 28 right.
Right base 28 right, 015, thank you.
Cessna 8 Tango Alpha, contact ground. Contact ground, 328 Tango Alpha. State flight 30, squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved, VFR 30.
Alright. Let's turn and see,
Helicopter 2900 Bell, Hayward Tower. Taxiway Zulu beam Meridian, clear for takeoff. Hot Charlie, clear to land. Do not overfly the helicopter or Eagle ramp.
Do not overfly a helicopter on the ramp and clear takeoff. Taxiway Zulu beam Meridian, clear to land. Spot Charlie. 2900 Hotel.
cool. There we go.
Cessna 015, traffic ahead and serial left, inbound for Oakland is at Gulfstream 4, descending out of 3100.
Traffic inside, 015.
Clear left, center, right.
You are clear.
For collision avoidance, are they going to want you to like make calls like that on the check right? Or are they just going to see if you look? They're just going to see if you look.
No. I don't even know. If it's your habit, I'd say, stick with it. It lets him know that you're looking. But they probably aren't going to,
Not going to downgrade you if you didn't say something.
no, depending on the examiner. I know the one of them likes to see you, turn, so you can look back and see approaching traffic.
You mean like turn?
Yeah, kind of like how we do turn 90 degrees, so you can check
Do a clearing turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, clear for
Like,
the
or like half a clearing turn.
Yeah,
Turn,
okay.
take a look, and then get going. Once you verify it's clear.
Hayward Tower,
Okay, lights out, top of the green, green, the green.
over the sunken ship, inbound for close traffic with India.
November 611 Alpha Juliet, Hayward
That's for,
Tower, left
taking
base
off.
for runway 28 left.
Sorry, I should have clarified that.
Yeah, before taking off.
Yeah.
Left base 28 left, report abeam Plaza 611 Alpha Juliet.
Well, I mean, technically you're supposed to do like a power check too.
For off airports.
Oh, okay, when you're taking off. Okay, well, Cirrus is still there, so I'm not going to overfly that.
Hayward Tower, Sierra 777 X-ray Echo, off 28 left at Delta. At Zulu, correction. Ready for departure for a right crosswind.
Nice approach. Alright, go ahead and show me a straight in auto rotation. Alright, car key for you.
7 X-ray Echo. Hayward Tower, runway 28 left at Zulu, line up and wait for traffic.
Hayward Tower, helicopter 2900 Hotel, request left traffic to spot Charlie.
Line up and wait, 7 X-ray Echo.
Sierra 7 X-ray Echo, traffic 5 mile base.
Did I step on somebody?
Number 1 Alpha Juliet, continue.
Yeah, we're still waiting for his response. But he was taking a while to respond.
Helicopter 290 Sierra Hotel, make left close traffic, spot Charlie, clear for takeoff, clear to land.
Clear takeoff, clear to land, left traffic spot Charlie, 290 Hotel, thank you.
Yeah, it was a solid like 2 or 3 second gap that he should have already been using to respond.
Sierra 7 X-ray Echo, right crossing departure approved, below 1,500, so east of 3 crosses, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff. Traffic in the upwind is in the north pattern.
28 left here for takeoff, 7 X-ray Echo.
Alright, clear left, center right, straight left.
Number 1 Alpha Juliet, runway 28 left, clear for the option.
Here for the 28 left, 611 Alpha Juliet.
Hayward Tower, Baron 1015 Whiskey, 11 miles out with India.
Baron 1015 Whiskey, Hayward Tower, make straight and approach for runway 28 left, for 5 miles final.
Alright, that's how
Straight in, straight left, for 5 miles out, 5 Whiskey.
Cessna 015, runway 28 right, clear to land. Correction, clear for the option.
Right, clear for the option, 05, thank you.
Good afternoon, Hayward Tower. It's Bonanza 3030 Sierra is inbound Road Canyon with India to land.
Bonanza 303, say full cross line, call Hayward Tower.
November 3030 Sierra, Bonanza.
Bonanza 3030 Sierra, ident.
30 Sierra, ident.
Roll off.
Bonanza 30 Sierra.
Well, I haven't controlled the throttle before,
right
so I
base,
guess
okay.
we have to go over that.
Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Keep gliding it in.
Base for 28 right.
Don't pull yet. Now give it a little pull. RPM comes up naturally through the correlator. Keep flaring. Nose up higher, higher, higher. Now level quickly and pull. There you go.
Are you not really okay, I was trying to keep track of the throttle, so you're not really rolling the throttle on, you're more or less, or just at the last part where you just,
Yeah, you
that
just
last part of the flare, then you roll it off, you rolled it on, I wasn't watching the,
no, so
or the correlator's
you'll
doing
see
the
it
whole
in your video.
Yeah.
The correlator does all the work when you give that little pull up on collective right when you get ready to flare.
Yeah.
It just lifts it to 80% and the governor does the rest.
Oh, okay, so you're not even rolling, you're not even have to worry about rolling
No,
the throttle.
you should check it. Make sure that it is coming up, and if not, just give it a little bit of a nudge. You just want to hit 80 though, you're not rolling all the way up. You want to let the governor do its job beyond that point.
Well, the correlator, so in my, I should feel when I do that little bit of a pull right before we flare, or as we flare, to start the little flare. I should feel as I pull the collective, The throttle, I should feel the throttle move a little bit.
No.
15 whiskey number 1.
No, not
Runway
yet.
28 left, clear.
No, because the throttle's not moving, it's just the, you're just opening throttle through the correlator. The twist grip is only one of two means by which the throttle is controlled.
Right, the correlator.
Helicopter 75 Tango Victor.
Well,
but the correlator.
Taxiway Alpha.
No, I understand what you're saying because you won't feel the grip move if the correlator's working.
Traffic inbound on the right base.
Yeah. I mean, it will a little. If you have it all the way rolled off, it'll force it to roll on a little bit, but usually you're not rolled that far off.
The parallel runway is a barren. 20 clear land on 28 right and looking for the barrel.
Let's do another.
Anyways, that looked good. Go ahead and show me a hover auto.
Okay, wait.
Over 1
So
Alpha.
you can get yourself set up. You can count it down yourself. I like to go at first a little bit slow on the throttle so you can coordinate the throttle and the pedal so you don't get that really aggressive torque to the left.
Downwind, traffic to follow now.
And then once you start that motion, then roll off all the way so it's a true hover auto afterwards.
015 turning, downwind now.
Cessna 015, number 2, follow that traffic. Runway 28 right, clear for the option.
Number 2, 28 right, clear for the option, 015.
Hurry auto in 3, 2, 1.
There you go, now roll all the way off and raise. There you go.
Alright.
So that felt pretty decent. Give yourself just a little bit more right pedal at first.
Okay.
Darren 15 whiskey, traffic for the.
You're kind of
on the right base for the parallel is
what
about
is it? 9 degrees or so.
Side 15 whiskey.
So there you go. That's within tolerance.
30.
Just give yourself that little bit more right pedal at first. It'll keep the nose lined up with the taxiway, and it'll just be no problem at all.
Okay.
30 sir has a barren.
Roger.
Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and do a slope.
Alright. Oh, so when you do, okay, so on the check ride, does he doesn't even care, like,
Helicopter 5 Tango Victor.
how you do that? Doesn't that be a quick roll on?
Traffic, Cessna on the right base.
I mean, you could do it like that, and then he said,
I mean, you have to, if you don't roll all the way off, then it's not really a hover auto.
Yeah.
So you have to get that much done. But there's no,
it doesn't have to be
there's
like
nothing
3
that says
feet or
the
5
roll off doesn't have to be linear. You can have a little bit of,
You can do fudge.
yeah, you go a little bit,
Oh.
cheat a little bit. You'll go a little bit slow and then roll all the way off, so you don't have to deal with the nose yanking
Okay,
left
so it
on you.
doesn't have to be a throttle chop.
No,
Alright.
no, but by the end, the needles should have separated.
Oh, okay. I wasn't rolled into the G10.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to go into the D10, but you
Just roll it
just want to
off.
make sure you hold it off, otherwise the correlator brings the power back in. And it
just has to
powers the
stay
rotors, but it
down.
also yaws you to the right.
Okay, so it just has to stay, power has to stay down, like when you're down.
Yeah.
Alright. Do you have to ask for sidestep to the grass or something?
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll pick it up, and then we'll request a side step to the grass for hover work.
Avion for 15 whiskey.
5 whiskey, roger. Continue down to Echo. Right at Echo. 4 short. Good, right.
Right at Echo. And what do you say about 28 right?
Hey, from right at Echo, hold short. Runway 28 right.
Hold short, 28 right. 15 whiskey.
So just say,
That's the 30 contact ground.
request sidestep to the grass for hover work.
Exactly.
Okay. Hayward Tower, helicopter 2900 Tower requesting sidestep to the grass for hover work.
I got 00 Tel. Previous requested use caution non-movement area.
Sidestep approved. 2900 Tel, thank you.
Alright, so let's get nice and stationary over our spot. Remember our 4 steps. Get nice and steady. Come down. Top skid touches. Little upslope cyclic. Just a little tap down the collective to seat that skid there, get it to stick. And then we let it gently rock down. And once we're all the way down, the full down collective, then we neutralize the cyclic.
Here, 45A whiskey
Whiskey Mike, 10 miles to the north, 2,500. Have the ATIS, full stop.
458 Whiskey Mike, Hayward Tower, stand by. 15 Whiskey, crossway 28 right, contact ground.
Crossing 28 right, contact ground 15 Whiskey, thank you.
458 Whiskey Mike, Hayward Tower. Verify information, Juliet, and say intention.
Too fast.
Just a little fast, yeah. We'll complete the set down. Just nice and
458 Whiskey
smooth
Mike,
now.
Hayward Tower.
Neutralize.
Type aircraft.
Tower
we can take back up.
Caravan,
So let's reverse those steps.
full stop.
Whiskey Mike, roger, verify information, Juliet, and onto right base, runway 28 right.
Yep, confirming Juliet, right base for 28 right, Whiskey Mike.
That's a 015, runway 28 right, equipped option.
A little bit too much towards the upslope there.
Hayward Tower, Cessna 333 Papa Lima is holding on 28 right for right crosswind.
Let's do one more. Just keep that down collective just nice and gentle. Just like a little tap down at a time.
Hold short, runway 28 right.
Hold short.
Takes barely anything to get it to set down once you're close.
Hayward Tower, Nebula 611 off Juliet, to left to Zulu, ready for takeoff.
There you go.
Is it better?
Yeah.
611 Alpha Juliet, Hayward Tower, make left close traffic, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 28 left, 611
And same thing on the way up. Once you're light, it'll take barely any collective to get it to
Hayward Tower, slower on the way up.
Yeah.
1708 Juliet, we're over Pleasant 10, requesting full stop with information Juliet.
There you go. So start to come neutral. Because we want to come out and away from the slope.
Correction, November 4708 Juliet, under right base, runway 28 left.
That felt better.
Right base, 28 left, report.
But it really does. The collective is very minor.
Tower, say again.
Once you're rocking up and down.
Romeo Lima, 1,400 Coyote Hills, inbound for landing with Juliet.
All right. That's it. We'll do. Let's do one more for the sake of
Romeo Lima,
practice.
Hayward Tower.
And then we'll move on.
About correction.
Does he make you do both sides?
Midfield left
No.
downwind.
After 12
Usually
miles,
just
midfield
one.
left downwind, 418 Romeo Lima.
Is it usually, well,
Hayward Tower, helicopter trouble 5 with you. Out over
Which
the bay,
side
headed
is
towards the
usually
Toll Booth
the-
Plaza and then down to Levi Stadium.
Usually it's up to you. Just say show me a slope.
Hayward Tower,
Oh,
roger.
okay.
You can proceed to the left downwind and join the left downwind for sequence. Sheriff 5, say your request again?
Yeah, I'm just going towards the Toll Booth
Just
Plaza.
barely
and
down.
San Jose.
Sheriff 5, roger. Thought you were just sequencing for Hayward. Roger. Continue along the shoreline. Traffic is flying towards the toll plaza, opposite direction from Coyote Hills and experiment to 1,200. I'll have that.
Yeah,
turn
so we'll get
before
it
the toll
just
plaza.
level, and then we'll
Right, we'll be
step up
looking
and
for
away.
thanks.
Great, Whiskey Mike. Actually, continue for 28 right traffic. Be party.
There we go. That one felt better.
Continuing A Whiskey Mike.
Nice. Cool.
3 Papa Lima.
Let's
right
head back to
crossing
spot
approved,
Charlie.
east and below 1,000.
And we will
Three
request a right
crossing.
crosswind departure.
Traffic remain in the pattern. Runway 28 right, clear for takeoff.
28 right, clear for takeoff, east of 3 crosses, below 1,500, 3 Papa Lima.
Great, Whiskey Mike. Up the roll on the right. Runway 28 right, go to landing.
28 right, clear to land, A Whiskey Mike.
Chapter 5, squawk VFR.
Chapter 5, squawk and VFR.
Number 1 Alpha Juliet, runway 28 left, equipped option number 1. Additional traffic and amphibian, turn in about a 2-mile final for the parallel runway.
This is option number 1, 28 left, looking to the right, 611 off Juliet.
Airman 18 Whiskey Mike, traffic is in left traffic, wing up left base for the parallel runway.
A Whiskey Mike, inside.
That's 015, number 2, found amphibian, turning about a 1.5 mile final, runway 28 right, equipped option.
28 right, clear for the option number 2, 015, traffic sign.
Right, Romeo Lima, you can turn to a left base for 28 left.
Left base, 28 left, 418 Romeo Lima. Tower, Muskie 4708 Juliet, request clear, right?
Hayward Tower, helicopter 2900, tower request right, crosswind departure.
Helicopter 00 Tel, right crosswind, departure is approved. Take a turn over the golf course. Actually, stand by for traffic lane to the left.
Stand by 2900.
I was going to be surprised if we got you going right away, how busy it is. Here, let's take a look and see.
Number 1, 2 8 left, 4-8 Romeo Lima.
I was going to make us wait for that guy.
Come around, that's 4780 Juliet.
4708 Juliet.
And what was your request? It's a little hard to hear.
We're over California, requesting a Juliet right.
Oh, I see, it was that guy.
80 Juliet, Roger, you can expect Juliet right.
Expect Juliet right, Juliet.
Well, this guy is on
Hayward Tower,
Yeah, well, that guy should be on the right.
with Juliet. 64588, Hayward Tower, make right traffic.
this guy on right base.
Right traffic, Juliet right, 64588. Or 1 Alpha Juliet, contact ground point 4.
It's a float plane.
Yeah.
Point 4, 611 North Juliet.
Helicopter 03 Hotel, right crossing approved. Traffic out to open is a yellow Stearman. Taxiway Zulu, clear for takeoff, make a turn over the golf course.
Clear for right crossing departure, clear for takeoff. Turn out over the golf course, 290 Hotel.
Hey, Whiskey Mike, right at Echo Table, contact ground point 4.
Point 4, Hayward Mike.
There's 3 Papa Lima, frequency change, good day.
3 Papa Lima, leaving frequency.
For 80 Juliet, disregard reporting point number 2, flying a Cessna, 1 mile final, space is fine, runway 28 left, correction, change to runway 28 right, runway 28 right, go to land.
Number 2, 2A right, clear to land, 08 Juliet.
Stearman 588, traffic is a helicopter over the golf course, northbound towards the ridge line. Stearman 588, that helicopter traffic's now over the west seas. You can fly directly towards the tower. That'll be put you right behind us. Fly directly towards the tower.
Ah, there he is.
Where is he?
He won't be a factor, he's
Oh, I see him.
pretty slow.
Oh, the Stearman.
Yeah.
So when the tower says caution wake turbulence,
Uh-huh.
what am I supposed to do?
Repeat caution wake turbulence.
Oh,
And then have caution for wake turbulence.
Oh, okay.
Helicopter 00 Hotel, traffic off your left side of the Stearman, about a mile off your left side. No factor, will be passing behind you.
Traffic inside 290 Hotel.
Number 5 clear southeast. Clear 5, thank you, Jim.
Sometimes we care more about it than others, like especially if we're approaching to a surface that a large aircraft just landed or departed on.
Over the ground, see ya.
Are you trying to change the radio volume?
You can continue in
No,
the right.
My bad, okay.
You're number 2.
I can hear the radio.
Following I believe it to be a Piper on about a mile final for 2A right.
Yeah, let's pick up
for
speed.
2A right, 64588, 30 cancel. Command 588, Roger. Number 2, found that aircraft. Runway 28 right, clear to land. Number 2, 2A right, clear to land.
Here, Tower, Nicholas, 611 North Juliet, 611 North Juliet, holding short of Juliet, left of Zulu, ready for takeoff, from both traffic.
And it says he's going to do like some kind
short, runway 2 right.
realistic distraction.
Holding short, clear right.
Is that like calling the
1 Alpha
diversion?
Juliet, make left close traffic. Runway 2 left for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff 28 left, 611 North
That's a
Juliet.
good question. He'll talk a lot, depending on the examiner.
Or they just talk, just, okay, I'm distracting you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 0 Juliet, right at Echo, contact ground point 4.
Right at Echo, contact ground, 08 Juliet.
Don't go above 15 quite. I guess we're almost there.
Almost there.
Yeah, there's the
Yeah.
mobile homes.
Yeah, he didn't call about that, but we know about that.
Alright, I think now we're good.
Romeo Lima, cross runway 28 right, contact ground.
0 Romeo Lima, cross 28 right, contact ground. Thank you.
588 right at your discretion, contact ground.
Right at Delta going to ground, 64588, thank you.
River 1 Alpha Juliet, runway 28 left, clear for option.
Yes, with option 28 left, 611 Alpha Juliet.
'For turbulence, you want to be around 65 knots or something, if there's turbulence?
Yeah, if you're hitting
65 to 70.
moderate turbulence, you want to slow to, 60 to 70. And then light turbulence or gusty conditions, you also want to make sure that you leave yourself a sufficient buffer between VNE and whatever the gusts are, that it won't gust you up over VNE.
Oh, okay.
Or conversely gust you down below ETL.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, right around here in the bottom of the gauge is
good.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and divert to Tracy.
All right. I don't have a map. So.
Oh, you forgot today?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so I have, let's see, I have about 8 and 2, I have about 10 gallons. So I have fuel for an hour.
Yeah.
That should make it.
More than that. So you got about 2 hours full in the main, 1 hour full in the aux. So this is about 65 minutes. That's about 20 minutes.
All right.
You got about 85 minutes worth of gas.
Okay. All right, so I know I could make it. And Tracy, I don't know, it's probably about 10 to 15. No, well, probably about, probably about 15.
It's actually further than you think. It's about 25 miles from here.
From here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, if I'm flying at 60 knots, this should take me half an hour, so I should be fine.
Yeah.
On the fuel. Are we going to make a call to Livermore?
No, we're not actually going to.
What happened? Do you like contact ground?
Let's go ahead and make a turn right.
So if I had sectional, then I would just have to estimate the well, is he going to call out airport? He's going to call out airport. It's going to be an airport.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll give you an airport to go to.
So I just have to have some idea of where I am relative to the other airports.
Yeah, exactly.
I just have some idea of like...
and this GPS right now is not being helpful. It's making it impossible to read. But I'll probably send you the other one that has the nicer GPS so you can just... It's got a moving map and everything.
All right.
Makes it a lot easier to figure that
Hayward
stuff out.
Tower, 809012, we're about 10 miles northeast of the field at 3,200 descending. We would like to inbound for landing 28 right with Juliet.
Cessna 0912, Hayward Tower to right base, runway 28 right, report Cal State.
Right base, 28 right, we'll report Cal State, 912.
So the thing that it seems like it would be difficult is determining like the wind direction from like up here.
So we have a couple tools for that. Right now the grass is, like there's none of it, so you can't really see the waves. The trees aren't showing a whole lot. Our ground speed is 66, so we have a slight tailwind at the moment.
Where are you picking that up from?
It would tell us on here, but I look on ForeFlight. because that is the possible to read.
Oh, okay, so it would state what the ground speed is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the ground speed is higher. So that means, yeah, okay, so we have a tailwind.
Yeah, and it could be, we don't really know exactly where it is, we just know it's somewhere between 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock.
So do you have to watch, like when you do the circuit, like when you're doing the reconnaissance, you have like one leg, it's going to be faster than the other, or
not
slower?
Really. We're not concerned about making them that perfect of orbits.
Oh, okay.
But you will find that. It's a good way to help determine wind direction, is by looking, feeling to see which way you're getting blown as you go around.
Can you feel that, or you have to know what the ground speed is? Or you could say, oh, I feel...
You can, if it's strong enough, you get a good sense of it.
Oh, okay. Because you say, oh, I'm going... I mean, you could tell, looking at the ground, that, oh, we're going
well,
slower.
you'll be making a steady orbit, and then, you know, on one side you'll be, like, looking straight down at it, and the other side you'll be drifting away.
Oh, okay. So I look at the water. The water looks pretty calm.
Yeah, it's not going to be super helpful out here.
That's in a valley.
And out here, almost always, its wind direction is coming from the northwest, off the Pacific.
So if I had to guess.
Yeah, if you have to guess.
It's the same as, it's probably the same as the airport.
Yeah.
If I have to guess.
It's usually that. Sometimes it's different, just like at the airport. All right, let's go ahead and descend. Let's make a right-hand turn. We'll pick out a spot here that we're going to use as our off-airport.
Pull from car feet while you're right.
We'll look to make sure we're not going to bother anyone. I don't see anyone. They were out here this morning, but now it's nice and quiet. All right, so you see the pond down there?
Yeah.
Between us and the pond, there is someone down there. It's inconvenient. All right, let's keep going this direction then. We'll find a different spot. All right.
So maybe like...
We'll use, if you see along the trail, there's one dead tree that's off to the right. Let's go on the trail near that.
Oh,
like a nice little flat bump.
Okay. Well, that's a confined area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhat. So let's start coming down. We want to set our high recon at 500 AGL.
All right.
Above the spot.
How do I know what my...
We have to eyeball it.
Left crossing departure.
Going up at Juliet, left cross approved.
Okay, so that was is this the high recon?
Yeah, so we can start turning towards it, keeping an orbit off to our side, and we'll descend down.
Hayward Tower 912 for Point Calculator.
Right now we're probably at 700,
Clear right, clear
going to
left.
600. We keep coming down. There we go, that looks like about 500. It's the same altitude as the pattern at Hayward.
Okay.
So kind of use that as the size of things there is your reference. All right, so this is about good. We can bring the power in and we'll stop our descent. All right, and we're gonna go through our acronym AWAT feel. A is for altitude. We've already estimated that we're about 500 feet over the spot. So, easy way to do that, look at the altimeter, draw straight across, it's at about 1400. So we'll use that as our estimate as we approach.
Okay.
W stands for winds. We've already partially determined those.
Over Cal State for a right base entry for runway 28 left.
We think they're coming out of the northwest. Right now, ground speed's 40. The air speed's also 40. Let's keep it around 50. We'll operate under the assumption the wind is northwest, coming out of the northwest.
Okay.
O is for obstacles. What do we see down there in terms of obstacles?
Well, the trees, the hills. I don't see any wires.
28 left, 7X backup.
There's some rocks or something on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Not too bad, though.
T is for turbulence. Down in a valley, we aren't going to get a lot. If we're up on a ridge like we can feel now, we get some. But the stronger the winds are, the more turbulence we expect. and just right in line with the ridge. So we plan to fly a steeper approach, the more turbulence we're expecting, to keep ourselves out of that low turbulent area for as long as we can. After that comes forced landing areas, areas that we could go to if we had an engine failure, you know, things of that nature. What do we see along this area?
Well, I'm just gonna keep going straight.
Wind 2409er.
I mean, I have to avoid the trees.
Yeah. There's a lot of good options. We got this whole long hiking trail along the bottom of the valley.
Trail.
So there's good choices here. If we're in a more wooded environment, we might have less choices there. So based on all those factors, now we choose entry and exit. Which direction do we want to approach from? Which direction do we want to exit to?
Okay, so I'm going to just pretty much follow along the trail.
Okay.
And then I'm going to exit the same direction into the wind.
Sounds good. Now we'll do our low recon, so we'll drop down to 300 AGL. And we're just going to double check everything that we just did. We'll do our pre-landing checks. Take just a closer look at the spot.
Fuel, carpet.
Yeah, let's turn and take a closer look at the spot. And the reason for this is because you'll see more details flying past it at 300 than you will higher up. So we're just double checking that there's no surprises of anything that we missed.
Okay.
Looking good?
Alright.
Alright, let's extend out to our downwind. Then we just turn, we'll cut a little bit tighter so we avoid these nice guys on mountain bikes. And then we'll fly our approach down the valley. Cool. This is probably about good. So you give down collective, slow down as you turn, and start descending. There we go, and we're set up plenty good. So it looks like we'll fly kind of our normal approach into a little bit of a steep approach there at the end after we clear this last clump of trees.
All right.
Gotta start slowing ourselves down, both in terms of descent rate and speed. Pulling power, because we don't want to descend that fast. We have pretty high descent rate still. And just walking gently forwards, aiming for the far third of the spot. So just keep that gentle walk forwards, just like we do on our steep approach. And there we go. Alright. I got carb heat down for you. We're ready to depart. We'll want to do our maximum performance. We're already kind of close to our limit, so what we'll do is we'll kind of track up this way. We'll hit ETL and then we'll climb out over the hill.
Alright, I shouldn't back up?
No, we're good.
Shouldn't need to.
Yeah, pull power. Up to 5 minutes. Let it hit ETL. And there we go. So we're clear of our obstacle. Keep the power in, accelerate up to 50 knots to get back within the height velocity curve. And then continue to climb. Alright. So that's that. On the way in, fly that approach a lot slower.
Okay.
We're coming in at about 40 knots and a very high rate of descent.
Yeah.
So get yourself down a little bit sooner, but also slow yourself down so you have plenty of time to fly that nice, slow, comfortable approach.
Okay.
Alright, let's climb up. Let's do a little bit of vortex ring state.
Plane up there.
And we'll go up. On the check ride, per the PTS, you want to do your vortex ring state from an altitude at which you can recover with 1,000 feet remaining.
All right. So how much am I going to lose?
That's up to you.
Well,
You can start at 1,500 HEL, and that's plenty.
all right, so 1,500.
Yeah, you're
I
not
don't know,
going
what
to
are
lose
we?
500 feet.
14.
Well, we'll be higher if we go over the valley.
Oh, okay. Be good to get some airspeed.
And then before we do vortex ring state on the check ride, we're going to do a clearing turn. Just a nice 360, looking for other traffic, making sure the area is clear, and then we'll get into the maneuver. Alright. Cool. So let's do vortex ring state. To enter, give me 15 inches manifold pressure, heartbeat up, and 15 degrees nose up. And we can level out. There you go. Just keep yourself in trim. So we're slowing up. Keep that nose back. Let it really settle. There we go. Now give me up collective, left pedal, coordinated with that. Keep that nose straight. And just a little right cyclic. There we go. So this stage we're recovered. Now we just have to finish, go into trim, and accelerate. Don't push down because now you're diving. Remember, your goal is to gain altitude from that point.
Oh, okay.
Cool. We'll do one more just for the sake of practice. Try and keep that nose a little bit steadier.
Straighter.
Yeah, so coordinate between the throttle and, or excuse me, coordinate between the collective and the pedal. There, keep the nose straight by flying with the pedals. Attitude steady. There you go. Now smooth up. Not as much right cyclic. You don't want more than 15 degrees of bank. And max available power. Remember, there's a delay between the collective and the power. There we go.
All right, let's do that again.
Yeah. So it's more about just a smooth amount of all controls than any one in particular. There you go. So, and above all, just fly the helicopter. So what we're going to do this time is we're not going to recover right away. Go ahead and enter. And I just want you to maintain level, steady attitude through vortex ring state for now. Okay, now recover. Smooth up, left pedal, keep the nose pointed right out towards downtown. And there you go, feel how you've caught in your climbing?
Yeah.
That's what it should feel like. Now finish by going back into trim with the pedals. and smooth acceleration and use that power on your climb out and acceleration.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
But that one felt nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta kind of take your time.
Okay. Well, I felt it develop better.
Yeah.
Let's do one more time.
Yeah, and really above all, the thing that a lot of people miss is that they stop still flying the helicopter. They try and do just a cookie cutter input on the control. And it doesn't really work out because although those are the macro movements that you're making, you still have to make those micro inputs, just stabilizing the aircraft the same as you're always doing.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, now we're developing.
There's Vortex ring state. And now smooth pull, left pedal, little right bank. And there we go. Nice.
Alright.
Cool. So that's how it's done. If needed, of course, you can make that happen faster.
Yeah.
But that's a good pace to go at.
Okay.
Nice.
Because there's no speed thing, as long as you recover within 1,000 feet.
Yes, with 1,000 feet to spare.
Part about the
I mean, obviously, like you shouldn't be taking forever.
Yeah.
But that's a reasonable pace to go at.
I mean, they want to see. Do they want to see that you actually in a well-developed Vortex ring state?
They're going to have you recover, enter and then recover pretty quickly.
Oh, okay.
They're not going to have you
Develop
sit.
it.
Yeah, sit in it.
All right. Maybe one more.
Sure.
Okay, so it's developing. Collective left.
There we go. A little more left pedal. Keep that nose
Oh, okay.
locked.
Keep that until.
Yeah, keep the nose so you're sliding directly to the right and you're recovering that way. And now our second step is to get back into trim
Okay.
and continue. There you go.
All right.
Because what you're really doing is you're using the tail rotor like a propeller to
Push it
drive
over.
you to the right.
Yeah. Oh, was it more tail rotor than cyclic? Or same both?
It's kind of
both at the same time.
But you don't want to have too aggressive of a bank because you want to have as much lift vector as possible.
Okay, right.
When you
I see.
recover.
So it's kind of more you really want the tail rotor to push you more sideways. And it's a little bit of bank, but kind of trying to keep it level because you want.
Yeah, and you don't have to get that far. It's only 20 or 30 feet.
Just half of the rotor down.
Yeah, so it's really what it feels like. It's just like imagine you're on the ramp and you just want to slide about 20, 30 feet to the right.
Yeah.
That's where you're going.
Okay.
All right.
Do we do it? He doesn't care whether you do Vuichard or the standard recovery?
Probably.
Or is he going to say?
Probably not. The Vuichard's better, but if you know how to do that, then just go for it.
Okay.
All right, let's pick up a little bit of speed. And here is as good of a place as any to have an engine failure. So push collective full down, right pedal, little back cyclic. There you go. So where are we going?
I'm going right in front of me. Actually, maybe I'll...
Yeah, I would say let's make a right turn and go on this ridge line. That looks like
Right, let's do that then.
a nice spot.
Oh yeah, this is a better spot. It's into the
Watch
wind,
that
too.
RPM as you make your turn. And anytime you pull back on the cyclic. There you go. Now let's make your adjustment again as that load changes. There you go. So we got a nice little stretch down there. Nice. All right, let's power recover. So just little crack the throttle up to 80%. Let the governor do its thing. And then as they rejoin, now we'll pull power and climb. And keep in the speed. Okay, nice. What I'd like to see is a little bit of a faster down collective.
Okay.
As soon as he says engine failure, just funk it down.
Okay.
But after that, you did a nice job. Picking out a spot, tracking towards it, keeping the glide nice and smooth.
Okay.
That's really all there is to it.
Okay.
And then just like we did, once he sees that you're lined up, you're going to hit the spot, he'll have you power recover and climb out. All right, let's check our ATIS.
Back to you, ATIS Juliet.
I got quiet back there all of a sudden.
Air traffic information Juliet, time 194 Zulu, wind 250 at 9er, visibility 10, sky clear, temperature 17, dew point 2, altimeter 3008, visual approach runway 2 left in use, arriving and departing runways 28. Additional aircraft has this weather information for California coastal waters available on flight service frequencies. Advise this contact you of ATIS Juliet.
Alright, Juliet.
How far are we?
We are...
About 3.
Yeah,
4 miles.
About 6 miles.
Oh, 6 miles.
And we'll tell them we're inbound for Meridian.
Alright. Hayward Tower, helicopter 2900 Hotel, 6 miles to the north at 1,800 inbound for Meridian with Juliet.
Helicopter 2900 Sierra Hotel, Hayward Tower, in at right base for taxiway Zulu.
Right base for taxiway Zulu, 2900 Hotel. So before that engine failure, I mean, obviously you want to have the carb heat on. So is he going to pull it, or is that like a hint, or no? Or are we going to be in descent? Or it'd be like, okay, I'm
might
descending
depend on
now,
the examiner.
and then he'd say, okay, engine failure now.
Or you might just pull it right afterwards.
No.
Depends on how they're going to do things. But basically, just kind of expect that you're going to have one, so always be looking out for spots.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen over a dense area like this.
Oh, okay.
Just for safety reasons.
Okay. Yeah, because he has to pick a spot that if you actually have engine failure, that you can actually go.
Exactly.
Pinnacle is kind of the same as the confined area. It's just that...
Yeah, it's just on top of a hill instead of at the bottom of a valley.
Okay. I mean, he's not going to do Pinnacle. He's probably going to do a confined area.
It could be either.
Helicopter 0 Sierra Hotel, taxiway Zulu, be Meridian, clear to land.
Clear to land, taxiway Zulu, be Meridian, clear to land. 290 Hotel, thank you.
We'll do both. They're not too different. The main thing is just slow down the approach.
Okay. And then, how is he checking the collision avoidance, or he just wants you to be looking around? Or
don't hit anything.
What's that?
I said don't hit anything.
Oh, okay, all right.
You avoided collisions. No, I mean, it depends on which examiner that you go with, but yeah, like there's the one that likes to see you do the pedal turn to look to check for traffic before you take off and things like that.
But I mean, just while you're flying out, like now, or he just wants to see that you're sort of scanning.
Sure. And he may not. This is the thing that's hard to specifically test for. So, you know, don't nearly hit any airplanes and you'll be okay.
That's like the driving test. Like if you hit the curb, it's an automatic failure. On the driving test for the car driving test.
Oh, like where you have to back up?
Yeah. So no. If you're leaving the DMV and you hit the curb, like it's an automatic failure.
Oh, like when you're leaving the parking lot, you like drop it off the.
Yeah. So if you hit an airplane while you're on your check ride, then that's an automatic failure.
I suppose yes. If you crash the helicopter, I would reckon that they're
not going to pass you.
Not going to pass you. But that's fair.
Chopper 5, Hayward Tower, riding. Chopper 5, I didn't observe. Make sure and approach for taxiway alpha. Report 2 miles. Final.
Sure, taxiway alpha. Report 2 miles. Chopper 5.
So let's just practice like a nice, steady approach. So like we would do to off airport. So it's already pull a little bit of power and keep slowing down. Get yourself to just barely on the positive side of ETL, right at those vibrations. There you go. And I want you to aim for the spot abeam all the helicopters on the taxiway.
All right.
But you're really just kind of walking it in because it's also, you know, if it's an off-airport spot, we've done a recon, but we haven't really looked at it that closely. You know, there could be like a clothesline or something struck across.
Right.
So you want to be just nice and careful coming in, continuing to scan and evaluate the spot. Giving yourself plenty of time just to pull power and climb out if you need to.
Okay.
There you go. That's what I want the off-airport approach to feel like.
Okay.
Cool. Let's head in and park. We can go. We'll slide behind this jet.
Okay.
Bit further to the left.
All right. I don't want to hit either.
There we go. Well, this one's taller.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
There we go. Now we can come over and park at the cones.
Probably better if I don't look at the cone.
Chopper 5, taxiway alpha, beam hangar 3, clear to land.
Chopper 5, clear to land, taxiway alpha, beam hangar 3.
I know when I'll be ready for the check ride when my hand doesn't sweat. My palm doesn't sweat. Or no.
Well, if it's just hot during the summer.
It's slipped. It's hard to roll off the throttle.
This one's pretty stiff.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, the others are a lot easier.